to Navigation Trading Live. You are now part of a growing group of do-it-yourself traders who are trying to change the way investors think about building wealth. But because we don't believe in using financial advisors, stock tips, or traditional financial media, we have to do things different. We have to do things smarter. We do that through an art and a science we call trade hacking. At Navigation Trading, our methodology is based on statistics and probabilities, not hype or emotion. Our core strategies have been used by market makers, hedge funds, and floor traders for many years. Now, we share these secrets with you. Whether your goal is to make an extra $1,000 per month or replace your current income, with our guidance, you can achieve financial success beyond your wildest dreams. So, let's get started. What's up, everybody? It is Monday, October 30th. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Welcome to Navigation Trading Live. If you haven't already, make sure you connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Stay up to speed on all the stuff we've got going on at Navigation Trading. So before we jump into the platform and go over our trade of the week, just wanted to make a couple quick announcements. First off, any topics you want us to cover, any questions that you have, post them on social media. Post them on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. And we will do our best to cover those topics here on our live broadcast. We want this to be all about you. So stay engaged and let us know what questions you have, and we'll cover them here. Second, we did a web class last Thursday, October 26th, called Discover Scientific Options Trading. We had special guest Ophir Gottlieb join us. And Ophir is the creator, founder of the CML backtester that we use, where we can backtest any option strategy to see how it's performed over the last few years. So we did this webinar, and we have the replay is available. So if you haven't watched it yet, make sure you go to navigationtrading.com/webclass-replay. So if I pull that up here, this is where it's at, navigationtrading.com/webclass-replay. You can see it there. If you're interested in knowing more about getting access to that option strategy backtester, there's a button right there on the page. Just simply click on that, and it'll take you right to the info page. So all good stuff. I had a ton of good feedback on that web class. I think people got a lot out of it. I mentioned that I think it'll literally change the way that you think about trading. So that's going to be coming down in a few days. The special pricing on the options backtester is only available until Friday of this week. So the replay will come down on Friday, and the special pricing will be done. So if you're interested in locking that in at today's low price, make sure you go do that. Next up, next announcement I wanted to make was we've got a new course coming out, the long-awaited How to Trade Options on Futures. We've been working on this in one part or another for over a year. So this is going to be a complete guide for trading options on futures. But first, I need your help. We want to make this the best course possible. I think from the very first course that we started until the courses we make today, they've progressively gotten better and better and better, and we want this one to be the best one yet. So I'm asking for your help. If you go to navigationtrading.com/course-question, let me pull that up here. So navigationtrading.com/course-question. We give some more detail about the new course coming out, and then we just ask one simple question. What are your 2 questions about trading options on futures that we absolutely need to answer in our course? And all you got to do is type in what you really want to know about trading options on futures, hit submit. That's it. That would be so helpful. So please do that when you get a chance. navigationtrading.com/course-question. And we are in the process of wrapping this up in final editing, but we've still got some time to make sure that we answer every single question that you guys need answered in that course. So please do that. It would be a huge, huge help to us. All right, so we heard the opening bell go off. Let's go to the platform and take a look at what's going on in the markets. So you can see the stocks are down a little bit after that huge run up on Friday, getting a little bit of a pullback here. S&P down 6.5, Dow down 67, NASDAQ actually pretty flat, only down 5. If we look at bonds, bonds are up a little bit. Oil is up a little bit, almost 0.75%. Gold pretty flat. Nat gas pretty flat. The grains, soybean, corn, and wheat, a little bit mixed, pretty flat for the most part. FXI, the Chinese large cap, a bit of a move down, almost 1.5% down. FXE, the euro, pretty flat. EEM, the emerging markets, down a little bit. EWZ, the Brazilian index, down over 1.5%. You can see XLK, XRT, retail continues its downhill slide over the last few days. And what else we got? The currencies relatively flat. If we go to the stocks, the big stocks, Apple's up a little bit, Amazon's down a little bit, Alibaba is up over 1%. Let's see any other big movers. Just trying to do a quick scan here. Momo up 2%, MasterCard up over 1%. And let's see, Snapchat down 2%, and Walmart down about 1%. Okay, so what I want to do for the trade of the week, because we are right in the middle, right in the thick of things for earnings season, I want to do another earnings trade, and one that I was looking at was Home Depot, HD. Okay, so you can see the implied volatility is creeping. Starting to get a little bit of a move down here. We've got, with HD, we've got earnings on 11/14. Okay, so about 15 days away. And so what I wanted to look to do is we could do one of two things. Either put on a long pre-earnings straddle, a pre-earnings long straddle, or a pre-earnings calendar spread. So let's go to the CML backtester to check that out. And actually, before we do that, this is a trade we'll be looking at for later today, but this is in MasterCard. So I didn't bring that up. If you click on MasterCard, they actually announce before the market opens tomorrow. So if you want to put on an earnings trade in MasterCard, you would need to do that today before the market closed. So one of the things you can do is you could sell an iron condor. And you can see as far as custom earnings go, this is just one that we're opening one day before and closing one day after, and using a very short expiration cycle. And you can see it's been a profitable trade over the last few years. Not monster numbers as far as the performance, but a good win rate, over 72%. We're going to do somewhere in the 20 to 30 delta, so positive P&L. So something to look at. I'm not positive I'll do this yet. Depends on where I would get filled and what kind of credit you're getting, that kind of thing. But that is one to look at. But let's go to HD, which is the trade that we're looking at right now. And let's look at a long straddle. And we're putting this on custom earnings 15 days before and closing out one day before. I need to move this to about 20 days to expiration for options. And so you can see we need to change our deltas too. So straddle is going to be a 50-50 delta. And then we can just delete these. So for those who are using the backtester now, you can see how really easy this is. It takes 30 seconds. And now we're looking at, and you can ignore these. I'm just looking at the 50 delta straddle. So 7 wins, 5 losses. So the win rate is not extraordinary, but it is positive. But the P&L is nice. So we can also mess with this and say, do we want to manage this winner at, let's say 30% of debit paid? It doesn't do too much. So So this is a trade that I'll probably put on. For one, we've got good back testing. For two, prices hang out in this range a little bit, and looking to potentially, well, that's MA, sorry. HD is kind of hung out in this range for a little bit. If we could get a little bit of a breakout one way or another, that's going to help our straddle. So if we go to the trade tab, and what did I say? This is, they're announcing on 11/14. So we need to use the expiration cycle that includes that date. So that would be the November 17 options. And we go here, it's trading at $166, so we could use the 165 or the 167 half. 165, obviously much more liquid. Let's just look at what that looks like. Buying a straddle. And if we take that over to the Analyze tab, see, so that the price is a little off, a little higher than being centered, which is good if HD continues higher. Obviously gives it a little bit more of a buffer. You got to pass through that to kind of get into profit on the downside. Paying about $629 per contract on this, so that's right in our wheelhouse. So we can look to get this filled. I'm gonna mess with this and see if price and implied volatility does here for a little bit. But if I get filled, I will shoot this out to our Navigation Alert subscribers. If you haven't tried Navigation Alerts yet, we've still got a 2-week trial going for just $7. Check it out. There's a big yellow button in the upper right-hand corner of every page on our website. Just check out Navigation Alerts. Everybody have a great week of trading. Look forward to talking to you next week. See you later.